Hey everyone, we're TowawayCouple. I'm Tom, the driver.
And I'm Bunny, the permit buyer.
A permit buyer.
Sometimes.
So obviously we're going to be talking about permits.
We are.
Okay. So a lot of questions we see are about permits.
Right. And you see it on Facebook all the time.
Correct. And there's several states they ask how you buy them, where you buy them, stuff like that. And each company is kind of different.
Yep, we are definitely finding that out now.
Yes. And I mean, some companies, they don't care how you buy them. Other companies, you are required to go through their method, or you won't be reimbursed. You got to buy them within a certain time frame, because if you buy them after hours, you're dinged a service charge. Correct. And the companies don't pay for that. So what we'll talk about is there are several different types of permits that you can buy in different states.
Yeah. Now, the bigger companies, they do provide like the Nevada. No.
Oversized.
The oversized permit.
For Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Wyoming, they provide a permit, but you still have to pay.
You still have to stop and pay, yes.
All right. So there are a few that you pay at the point of entry.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or the port of entry, point of entry.
You can pay at the port of entry in Arizona, Wyoming, New Mexico.
Right.
Those are the ones that we know of.
Yeah. I mean, there might be others, but we haven't gone into Oregon yet. So we've heard there's permits in Oregon, but I don't know if it's within Oregon. Like you pick up in Oregon and you deliver in Oregon. We do know in Utah, before you even connect to the trailer.
No, that was Idaho.
Or Idaho, we had to have the permit before that bumper went under the hitch.
In Nevada, you have to have one before you go into Nevada.
Correct.
And they are pulling over and looking for them.
And they know. I mean, they know real fast when you.
Well, yeah.
Just by your license plate.
I was going to say, one of the first questions is, what is your license plate?
Right.
So definitely Nevada. Now, it's the company that we were at before. We were required to buy it. We had a certain window that we could buy it under.
8 to 5.
8 to 5, Monday through Friday. If we bought it after hours, it was an additional $100. The company did not reimburse.
That sucks.
That does suck.
So, nope. And well, let's stick with Nevada for a second. Okay. Nevada requires a time that you're going to come into the state, and then you have 24 hours to vacate that state. They want to know where you're coming in and where you're going out.
Yep.
So why would they want to know all that specific stuff?
So when you go through Wells, Nevada,
so when you go through Wells, Nevada, you can get pulled over.
And you know what? I know a lot of people just want to bypass it. They're not going to get it. They're not going to worry about it. It's a $1,500 fine.
Yeah, and your company gets fined. And I'm sure the company's going to pass that fine right back to you, the driver, since they would have reimbursed anyways.
Like I said, we had a friend get pulled over in Wells, Nevada, and that was the first thing the officer asked for.
Right.
Was that permit. And when we went through there, 3 weeks ago, every time they had 2 different officers, and they had people pulling over
all the time. We went to the bathroom at the Petro truck stop, and all you hear is sirens going up and down the freeway. They would get done with one, and they were like, "Oh, there's another." And they weren't speeding. They weren't doing nothing.
And they were pulling over all hot shot and all transporters.
Right. So our friend got pulled over, and he got his level or whatever inspection right there on the side of the road, and he passed. But I don't think a lot of people, I'm sure they don't pull just people over just to pull them over.
No.
And they're not nice guys. They're not going, oh, everyone's legal. We're just going to make sure they're legal. No. They need the revenue.
Right. Especially in those small little towns.
Especially during a pandemic.
Well, and dear God, don't get pulled over in California.
No.
Oh. You think that, okay, you get a ticket in California for $450, and that's about an average ticket. What you don't understand when you go to court is that's just for the ticket. You got to pay the same amount to the city that pulled you over.
Exactly.
So a $400 ticket turns into $1,000, $1,200 by the time you're done with it.
For going 5 over the speed limit. It's just stupid.
So, but
California doesn't require permits.
No, I'm just saying because I'm rambling.
You are rambling.
But basically, yes. If you don't know if you need a permit, sometimes they're not They don't always print out on your freight bill.
Well, you got to know what states require them.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's part of the job.
It's part of the job, but it should say on your BOL, bill of lading, that you require that you're going to be going through such and such states. You will require to have a permit. Some, like Bunny said, like over at our new company, you call, you don't have to pay for some of them. Mm-hmm. And literally they say, okay, and they bill the company. That saves a lot of time on reimbursement and stuff like that.
Because with the one company, we had to pay Nevada. This one, we don't have to pay Nevada. We just got to call and let them know when we're coming through.
Exactly. And one of the things is to get reimbursed, you need the receipt. Well, they would send you the permit, and then you get your receipt within 24 hours.
But if it was on Friday, you wouldn't get it till Monday.
And if you're delivering Saturday, now you don't get paid until Monday, Tuesday, because you're waiting for that receipt to come in. So yings and yangs.
Yeah.
The port of entries are pretty quick. You pull in, they just point over. The first time it happened, I thought I was going to get inspected.
They just held up the little sign.
They held us like, pull in, come in. And so we go in there, and like Arizona was $90, but we had the other permit because Horizon buys a bulk permit, and I think Indiana does too.
Correct.
Now, if you don't have that, I think it's an extra like $35.
Mm-hmm. But you know
and
what?
You got to pay for this out of your pocket and get reimbursed if your company reimburses, because some smaller companies may not reimburse permits or tolls. And they figure, okay, if you're going to make this much money going from Indiana to California, you are responsible for all the cost of getting it from point A to point B.
It could be pretty pricey.
It could be, well, our tolls just going east was what, $99. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they don't pay coming back.
Right.
Which I think is kind of wrong, because you got to get there and you got to come back.
You got to come back.
So luckily we are coming back home, so we only had a $5 toll coming home.
Yeah. Now, also, too, the other thing that you got to, like I said, you got to pay attention, and you got to know what states require a permit, because there's always those off chances where you get off of one interstate and go to another. So you're going to go through a different state that was not originally on your freight bill.
Right.
Or your BOL. So now, that happened to us. We were supposed to go through Wyoming and Nevada, and we dropped down and went down the other way.
Because of the snow.
Correct. So then we got hit with the New Mexico and the Arizona.
Right.
Instead of the Nevada up top.
But I think overall it was cheaper. They covered it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. So again, we don't know about Oregon. So that one we're not even going to quote. But what are some of the permit states?
Arizona.
New
Mexico. Idaho. Wyoming.
Nevada.
A lot of them going into Canada.
Oh, yeah.
We have not done Canada yet. That's on our list.
Well, there's no reason to look at your phone unless you have them all written down.
Yep, I got them.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't have them. So did we name them all?
Yep.
Okay, what about Oregon?
Oregon's not on there because we didn't know about it.
All right.
Quebec and yeah.
So permits are pretty easy. They do touch on it in your orientation a little bit. Again, each company's different, so find out who you call, where you get them. There's people on Facebook that'll say they go on this website and they get every permit from this website. Well, again, like I say, Indiana, they have an account with one of the companies, so we have to just call that company and it's all taken care of. Other things, we could probably use the website. We could use whatever we want to pay for the permit. As far as the permits at the port of entry, I think you can get those online.
But for us, it's just as easy to go in and get
just
them.
To walk in and they just do it right there for you.
And they print it for you and they give you your receipt. So you don't even have to print anything out.
Yeah, and it gets you out of the truck for 10 minutes and stretch your legs and everything. So it's pretty easy.
Yeah. Yep, it has. Somebody said that they waited there for like 2 hours one time, and we have never encountered that.
No.
And we're up and down those highways all the time. We like that long stretch from here to California.
Yeah. So that would be pretty much the nut and potatoes about permits.
Yep. So you definitely need your permits. Like I said, don't go rushing through there without them. It's not worth the fines.
Right. All right. So until next time, if you have any questions, send us an email at TowawayCouple.com. Obviously, what answers we gave here. But if you have a specific question, we will try to find the answer, or we'll direct you to where you can find the answer.
Or we'll make one up.
Works for me. Go to TowawayCouple.com. Scroll down. Check out all of our links. We have links for all kinds of stuff that would be of interest to you as an RV transporter. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We post stupid pictures of Bama the bear and some other of us at the Harley stores and stuff like that. It's just a little more personal side to us.
Right, exactly.
So until next time, we will see you down the road.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.